Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Tim, trader at the Camp Compound, and it's time for our stocks analysis. Let's get right to it. In front of us we have the S&P 500, but the big news of today is that Silvergate has indeed fallen and has been declared bankrupt. Now, generally speaking, this would be a crypto update, but since Silvergate was also a legacy bank, as to the best of my knowledge, this will probably also impact the stocks market. We see it today in the S&P 500 as well, that there was a clear move downwards, moving back towards this trend line right here. This is an important support level, as it has been set in January of 2022 and has held through until recently. Because of this, after the break and the rejection here, this trend line sort of gained a little magnetism, and the price is now being pulled towards it. That is the way that support and resistance is working. Now, if we look at the Nasdaq, we see a similar move. We see that the support here has been broken again, and that we are moving back towards the recent low. But for the S&P 500, we may just see another bounce back, depending. But for now, we have seen one and two, and if this one pulls through, three taps of this trend line, meaning that there is about a 50-50% chance of breaking through and falling towards 388 or perhaps 377 approximately, which we've talked about in quite a lot over the past, weeks at this point. If we have a look at the broader market, we see that Tesla too is being hit quite hard. It had a bit of a bounce today, but is now moving back and has seemingly broken, for now, this part right here, this support around 179. It was not a great support, but it is breaking through, and that makes the broader move towards 155 to 145 that much more likely, and then probably this gap will be filled somewhere in the next weeks. On the other hand, we have General Electric, where we got in yesterday at 87.25 and is now up significantly further. It broke through, it gapped through its support, and now is kind of seeing if it can hold that. So that means that you can get in at a significantly better price than that we have, in case you are curious, even if we were to get back to break even, of which I am fairly certain. Right now that would still already be a 5 to 6% profit, which is decent. And then we still have kind of our targets here that we could get through. So we shall see how that goes. For now, I'm not too worried about it. We've seen a very strong move upwards, this channel upwards, and then we have a spike in volume right here. I do still have to check the news for General Electric if anything specific has happened, but generally I would see this and think that is probably trend ending volume. There's also a cat on my keyboard, so give me a second while I get this little mischievous guy out of the way. Where was I? Right. So I see this and I generally think trend ending volume. Trends tend to either go out with a bang or with a clear reversion point. And in this case, this would be a signal that signals the bang. High volume, high bar after a prolonged moment of, or a prolonged time of moving in one direction. There's a good chance that we will still move downwards over the coming time. Let's also have a look if technically speaking here, the divergence is still intact. My apologies for the cat. There we go. The divergence is still intact. We can take it here to this point right now, even though the market hasn't closed yet. You can see that the divergence is still there. There you go. Sorry. Trying to film something with a cat on the keyboard is a bit tough. That is it for the market currently. Hopefully this was useful to you. In the next crypto update, we will talk more about Silvergate, what it meant exactly. But for now, we can tell that there is clearly a negative impact on the markets that could bleed through, and we still have to see how intense the contagion effect is. the markets don't react as violently as they have previously with previous bankruptcies. So there is definite apathy slipping into the market, which is generally a good thing. But for now, time will tell. Thank you so much for your attention, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.